What is the deeper idea behind Karpas? We begin at the Seder. Okay, fine, we do it because the Gemara discusses that so that the children will notice the difference. And Rashi explains we usually don't eat meals and don't eat vegetables before a meal. Now we are on Kuf Yadal and Psachim. What's the deeper idea behind Karpas? Rabbanu Menoach on the Rambam in Hilchos Chametz U'Matzah, Periches Halacha Beis, one of the great commentaries on the Rambam, writes that Karpas commemorates the ketonet pasim, the tunic, the colored coat, which Yaakov gave his son Yosef. The brothers dipped the coat in blood, and imagine they tried to make believe that Yosef was killed. And that's why he explains the Rabbanu Menoach that we dip the Karpas into salt water. This ketonet pasim, this tunic, this coat, caused the galus of Mitzrayim, the exile in Egypt. The oisios, the letters of the word Karpas, had the same letters of the word pasim, as in ketonet pasim. What on earth is the Rabbanu Manoach talking about? What is the connection between this vegetable at the beginning of the Seder and the brothers dipping Yosef's coat into blood? Rabbi Isaac Bernstein points out to an amazing Rashi to unlock the meaning of this Rabbanu Menoach and of Karpas in general. If we take a look at Rashi on the pasuk where Yaakov gives Yosef the coat, he defines the words ketonet pasim. Open it up, open this Rashi. Pass. I'm not talking about you're going in a car and you're passing through Easy Pass. He uses the words chaf reish car and pas, which spell Karpas. You can't make this stuff up. This is explicit. The car refers to a colored wool, and the pas refers to a high material, something fine, a wool coat. We therefore see that the word Karpas actually means ketonet pasim, which Yaakov gave Yosef. The question begs to be asked, what is the connection? The coat which Yaakov gave Yosef serves as a symbol. It's symbolic of the jealousy that the brothers felt towards Yosef. And it therefore represents the sinas chinam, the baseless hatred, which ultimately and eventually led to our descent, our ancestors' descent into the Egyptian exile. The jealousy that the brothers had caused the galus to Mitzrayim, it caused the exile to Egypt. This came to a climax in a negative way when the brothers dipped the coat into blood to try to mask and hide their having sold Yosef into slavery into Egypt. The Seder is a time for us to sit and celebrate and commemorate our khairus, our freedom that we have from the slavery in Egypt. However, before we do so, we have to understand why the slavery began in the first place. We have to internalize the fact that the exile began because of jealousy and tension from the brothers. It all started from jealousy. Once we recognize this fact, we can celebrate our freedom and determine not to repeat the flaw which led to the slavery in the first place. Once we realize and we internalize this idea that the whole exile of Mitzrayim and all of the slavery happened because of the brothers' jealousy towards Yosef on their level and whatever that means and why they were jealous for, another discussion, then we could celebrate our freedom and determine, you know what? We're not going to do a repeat History tends to repeat itself, and we're going to learn from the mistakes. That's what caused it in the first place. When we dip the karpas into salt water right before we celebrate our freedom, we all have to think about the brothers dipping Yosef's garment into the blood. We have to think about the tremendous damage that emerges from family and community tension and strife. And we have to commit ourselves to act with ava, with love, with friendship, towards everyone in our personal lives and communities. You see, nowadays, there's enough hatred in the world, there's enough war going on all over the place. And now people have to make wars within our own community? Over what? Person's a Shomer Shabbos person, Shomer Shabbos Yid. Now you have to make wars, colds, machloksim, talk trash about this person. Just this morning for the Siyam Bachor, after the Siyam, they put out food in the shul. And we're all eating, it says one per person. Okay, they don't want to run out, fine. Woman who was a poor person collecting who waits in the hallway entered in and took some zaynis, a cookie herself. The guy over there who asked me to cover him in the bracha corona, the alamichya after, because he wasn't sure if he had enough. We're talking little, I happen to know the guy, nice guy. He goes, "Oh, siyam bechora?" As a joke. What do you gotta say there? It's lashon hara. She's an ani. Point is that what we have to realize, we have to get serious about this. Sinas chinam, there's enough hatred. We end davening every single day with sim shalom. That's how we end Shemona Esrei. I did it twice today because I was chazan this morning. Birchos Kohanim. Shalom. We end with shalom. Shas. Ends. Meseches Oksen. The only kli that to be machzik shalom. We end Shas with shalom. It's all over the place. Shalom. Easier said than done. Shalom bayis. Zalchu shchina b'neihem. Gemara and Sota Yozayin. It's all about shalom. Theme is all over the place. That's what we need. That's what we have to realize over here. One miscellaneous point about Karpas, Rabbanu Menoach, in Hilchos Chamik to Matzah, Periches Halacha Beis, says that when we eat Karpas, it will heal from sickness. The Magen Avram, Simin Kafai Gimel, Sivkot and Dalid, quotes the Dalid, he quotes the Maharil, who says that the letters Karpas can be an abbreviation for Samech Parach, which means 60 that were in crushing labor, which refers to the 600 people who were involved with crushing labor. A lot of tires on that. Anyways, these are a few ideas about Karpas and Rachsa, which I know was important when I learned it, and maybe get a better understanding, and also to apply it to my everyday life. So I hope that it has the same on your end. Any questions, comments? Nothing doing?
No.
All right. Okay, so Mitzvah Hashem, we will continue tomorrow.
Mitzvah Hashem, I'll try. Okay.
Okay, me too. Me too. I'll also try.
All
All right. Come to that wonderful day.